Welcome back to the next video, everyone, and now that we've finished the establishment phase of the employment cycle, we're going to move into the second phase, which is what we call the maintenance phase. And essentially this is where you're managing the relationship between the employer and the employee from the time they've been hired all the way through to when they're terminated, or they terminate the relationships for whatever reason, and we'll get into termination later on. But at the moment we're going to talk about the maintenance phase. So the elements involved in the maintenance phase are the induction, training and development, recognition and rewards, and performance management. So they're the areas that we're going to go through, and in this video we're going to start off with induction. So first of all, induction is the process of familiarising new employees with the organisation. So year 12s often go through an induction period where you might have done like an orientation week in order to introduce your subjects and get used to year 12. So it's the similar kind of thing. You might have done one in year 7 also, where you walked around the school to show where everything is, gone through some school rules, some responsibilities you have, all the policies, those type of things. It's the same thing with an organisation. So the things that it can involve going through policies, procedures, the history of the organisation, the type of culture that's expected, so the values and what they're expecting of you, any objectives that are going to affect you, the specific tasks that you might perform, who you're reporting to, who you're responsible for, and where you'll be working, and a lot more. So I mean, some inductions can go for a day, some can go for 2 days, some can go for much longer. So often employees leave within the first 6 months of employment. Research shows that, and a good induction program that makes the employee feel comfortable can actually extend retention. So it can really help retain the employees, so that just imagine if you were thrown in the first day and no one was very nice to you, and you didn't know where anything was, and no one was very helpful, and you didn't really know what the organisation was about, you would probably be looking pretty quickly for somewhere else to work. So this induction program can really help with retention of employees and get them off on a really good foot. So we're going to use an example here. I'm going to show you Zappos is renowned for, is world famous for their induction program. So first of all, they sell shoes. Well, they sell a lot of other things, but they initially started just by selling shoes online. So they're an online business, and their main focus, and you can see down the bottom there where it says powered by service, their main focus is customer service, which can be quite difficult to have with an online business. They don't have stores where you can interact with the staff. So they rely heavily on a call center to provide their service for them. Now, with Zappos, they've got obviously lots of employees. This is just a picture of someone in accounting. They've got people in warehouses, people in marketing, and obviously the call center. And look, they employ thousands of people, and they've got a setup similar to Google. So they're quite large, but let's just for now say that there's a variety of employees that come into the organisation, and they need to go through an induction. Now they give each employee a 4-week induction. That does not matter whether you're in the call center, does not matter whether you're in accounting, no matter where you are. If you're going in as a manager, it doesn't matter. Every employee goes through a 4-week induction. And so some of the things that they do, they take you on tour, they show you where your office is, all those kind of general things. So where the employee gets a real feel for what the organisation stands for. But then they also go through the core values. Now, Zappos has got 10 core values. You can look them up in your own time. They're quite unique, actually. So they go through those kind of things. That's the kind of culture sort of aspect of it. And funnily enough, every single employee spends 2 weeks in the call center, whether they are never going to spend another week in the call center at all, but they ensure, because their whole culture is based on customer service, they make sure that every single employee is there answering phones. So when they enter the organisation, they say to them, righto, we're going to give you 2 weeks where you're going to see what we stand for. Whether you're ever there again or not, if you're in accounting, you might never work in the call center again. But they want you to understand the actual real core value and what their culture is based on. So every employee gets a feel for the importance of customer service. After that, after the 4 weeks, they've paid you for 4 weeks of induction, then they give you $2,000, they offer you $2,000 to leave the organisation and never come back. So they say, we'll give you $2,000 today if you leave our organisation and never return. And so what that does is it gets the employee thinking and saying, well, am I here just for a paycheck? Here I've been paid for 4 weeks, plus I can get another $2,000. Or do I really value this organisation and what they stand for? Is this a place I really want to work at? And that has a major impact. So that is an extended induction that really helps Zappos embed their culture, customer service into their culture, which is really important. And as a result, you have employees that really value the organisation, they work well together, and this is an organisation that within 9 years has gone from 0 turnover to $1 billion in turnover. So it's an amazing company. So just to recap, we're starting the maintenance phase. First of all, we've got the induction, which is getting the employee familiar with the organisation and their job. It goes through such things as culture, policies, procedures, tasks. It can reduce nerves, so first day nerves. It introduces managers and co-workers, and it can really help with employee retention. For more videos, practice SACS, remember to go to teachingbubble.com.